Look at it. She bought that. Period.
What's the craziest conspiracy theory you think about, but you wouldn't tell nobody?
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You got one tapped in? Craziest conspiracy theory. Pizzagate. They all did that shit. They got the island. Yeah, Bill Gates. Goddamn the first lady. Goddamn the Trump. Yeah, all of them. They tapped in.
Hey, Mike, what's your worst breakup story?
My worst breakup story? I caught him in bed cheating. Now what's that?
Oh man. That's sad. That's sad. All right, next question. What's heavier, a pound of pillows or a pound of pennies?
A pound of pennies.
Pound of pennies. This is the last one.
He can't even say it. He's gonna dial.
I'm not gonna answer that question.
Welcome to the New Normal Podcast, a place where we say what everybody is thinking. I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all are watching this video, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, follow, and share the video. It would be greatly appreciated. Today, we're going to talk about masculinity wearing a dress. You heard me. Masculinity wears a dress. Black men, black men, black men. Y'all need to bring me y'all neck right now so I can just smack the back of y'all neck, because I don't know what y'all got going on. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, it needs to get to a point where we can bring back shame. I don't know where celebrities get off telling us their sexual escapades and their sexual relationship and their sexual identity and what they identify as and their gender and what they like in the bedroom. But all of this stuff is getting weirder and weirder by the day. My question when it comes to all of the sexual stuff that's going on is why? Why are y'all putting all of this sexual stuff out for the kids to see, for people who's not sure about their gender? For, America's is a pretty slow, retarded, fat country. So it's easy to tell people how to think and how to move and how to recreate something and how to be manipulated by something. And that is very, very sad and scary. Now, if y'all don't know my background, I'm a PK, preacher's kid. So I come from a background where I grew up in church, and people in church the pastor in church used to always say, there's nothing gay between a man and a woman. There's nothing gay between a husband and wife, right? That's what I grew up believing. But older and older I get, I'm going to have to say that is not a true statement. The reason I say that, we're going to talk about FOR. FOR, if y'all don't know, he's a member of the Black Ink crew, I think Chicago. And FOR talked on the lip service about how he likes to get pegged. We're going to talk about will.i.am, how will.i.am is talking about his femininity and how his woman made him, how his mother gave him that ultra a superpower. And then we're going to talk about Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady being pansexual, right? So when I grew up in church, when the pastor used to get up there and say, nothing between a man and a woman or a husband and his wife is gay, I used to just think it was really about oral sex, because when I was growing up, that was the worst thing that I'm 34, so coming up, the worst thing that a woman could do to a man or a man could do to a woman is put their mouth on their private parts. A man be eating that cootie pop or a woman be sucking that Peter Walker, right? Because I remember it was a time that, we all had went out to Six Flags and then came back, and then you hear rumors about how, Deacon Melanie caught her daughter sucking dick on the van on the way to Six Flags. That was the worst thing you was going to hear about, in church about sexuality. Is like, somebody catching their daughter sucking dick, right, on the church van or under the pews in church, or she went missing doing communion and praise and worship. She's supposed to be sitting in the front row, but she late, but she came with her mom and dad, and they sit in the front row looking for her. Little do they know she downstairs getting her back beat in. You know what I'm saying? Those were the things that I was accustomed to, and that was the freakiest thing that I thought could possibly happen between a man and a woman. But the more and more I grow older, the more and more I see That is not true. We had a whole spell last year or the top of this year when you had women talking about they wanted to get peed on, golden showers. You had Janae Aiko talking about eating the booty like groceries. Like, oh my God, like why can't y'all keep y'all sexual escapades and the things that y'all like to do, y'all nasty little freakazoids? Why y'all can't keep that in the bedroom? That's what we have to ask. If y'all are watching this video, make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video, make sure y'all subscribe to the video, and let's get this out there because this is a good show today. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be exhilarating, high power show. And I'm telling y'all, I love that y'all here with me right now. But like I was saying, why do celebrities come out and tell us about their sexual escapades, what they like to do, who they like to do it with, how they like to do it, how frequently they like to do it, how freaky and nasty they can be in the bedroom? Are they trying to tell us something? Are they trying to persuade us to be more freakier and nastier with our partners? Is your sex life vanilla in comparison to what you hear these people talk about? Is it a vanilla sex life? Are you boring? Do you have 2 or 3 main positions? Ladies, are you bored with your man? He got the same, hit from the back, 10 strokes, and he done. Fellas, are you tired of your woman not being able to ride that Peter whack on her feet? She too big now. She done gained some weight, so now she just hit you with the dupe scoop, and she's done. So y'all let me know, is the celebrities telling y'all what they like to do? Does that help y'all? I want to know, what kind of porn do you guys like? Put it in the comment section. Let me know what when you typing in porn, what do you like to search for, right? So let's get into it. Who we talking about first today? Today we're going to be talking about PHOR, and he's our first victim of the day. PHOR was on lip service, like I said earlier, talking about how he likes to get pegged. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play the video of him talking about him getting pegged and how it started for him, which is weird, but fellas, if you're watching it, would you ever let a woman peg you? If you're watching this video, would you ever let a woman peg you? I need to know.
Okay, pegging. Let's talk about pegging.
That was the only thing that was capped.
Let's talk about the pegging.
You want to see it?
Yes. This pegging
Wanna see it on
video.
my
I
phone?
thought I saw these.
Did y'all hear the scream that woman let out? She said, like, who walks around with a video of them getting pegged? This is wild.
No, I want to see it. If you
Which
really
one?
show it, I want to see
So
it.
that was
couple of-
real.
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Okay.
So this is something that you
So let
done
me.
more than one occasion.
But I want to see.
Oh, you want to say that?
He pretended to take his phone out and
Well,
I know, he ain't really want us to
I didn't know if I
see.
was trying to, I was gonna show the action. I was gonna explain it also.
okay, explain it.
So basically,
Yeah, lots of
like show
videos.
and tell.
I just saw him scroll
It's
through.
like a
He got
talent
a
show.
ton of videos.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God,
it's a
look at
talent
these
show.
videos.
One for the.
hold on, wait, let me make sure.
I'm not. This is too much.
I'm gonna show you the good one.
You can see.
He
some.
said, "I'm gonna show you the good."
I
one."
just look at how much he's scrolling. All I see is videos.
Hey, and it's the way his fingers like.
yeah.
How's his
okay.
fingers going?
Period. It's giving
I think I got one
up
for you.
down up
So
down.
you've been
left, right,
pegged
left, right,
twice,
A,
or
B, A,
just
B,
twice
start.
on video?
Yeah, twice on video.
You
Okay.
want me to find it for you?
Now here you go, baby.
How did you know you?
How do you feel comfortable as a man in a room full of women telling them that you like to get pegged? See, this is the part where I feel like this is very much homosexual activities with a woman. If you let her put a strap on you and penetrate you, and I don't care how you taking it, bent over on your back, you moaning, saying, "Oh, daddy, give it to me," while she's going deeper and deeper and thrusting you. This is homosexual activities. I remember one time I was listening to the Strawberry Letter, and a woman was saying that she pegged her husband. This was probably a good 10 years ago. And she was writing in to ask Steve about her husband's sexuality. Is he straight or is he gay? And I'm like, if you enjoy doing it, what does it matter?
You liked it.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was just the fact of like, here you go. I get the
feel.
sound off though, but you can check me out.
He said you could check me out, like she's just gonna be so amazed by this. And sitting here showing these women a video of you getting pegged, knowing that Black women are the most homophobic group of people their ills. Whenever you disagree with them, they call you sassy, they call you gay, they say something about how you date white women if you don't agree with them, if you're combative with them, or push what they think, or give them pushback on what they think they should just be able to say whatever it is they want to say. But I'm going to tell you, fellas, remember this: Black women are the most homophobic group there is. They always worried about who taking Peter Wacker behind their back. And it's said that Black women would rather you cheat on them than to find out that you are homosexual. If that's not homophobic, I don't know what is.
Laura, we're gonna need you to close your mouth.
Somebody get in it.
Oh, she thrusting that bitch.
Yeah.
So she's saying that he can take some Peter Wacker. He thrusting that. She thrusted. What you think she's saying? He be taking that Peter Wacker.
Pass it.
No, we
want
need to see.
too.
I thought you saw her.
No, I want to see.
Okay.
We're going to share it on this side of the couch.
No, we started over.
So how did you know you like that?
So what happened was, it wasn't the fact that I just liked it. I didn't just come out. I didn't just come out the gate like, you know what I mean. That's what I like. But like, I used to date a lot of.
I like that position.
Thank you.
Position,
But you see how she like.
I like that position. This nigga, thank you. Y'all know Black men. It's sad to say, but Black men will have sex and do anything when it comes to sex. Like, it's sad to know this and to say this out loud, but it's true. Like I say, Black men have sex with a dog if you put a wig and lipstick on it. Like, there's no boundaries. And even when it comes to sex, there has to be a line that you would not cross. Because if men are supposed to lead and be the leaders, getting penetrated at any time is not masculine whatsoever. Penetration and going balls deep is for you to go inside of your woman, but not a man taking a dildo or a strap on or something that's shaped like a penis. Because now, are you still masculine? Can you still hold frame like they say in the red pill space? These are the questions that we have to ask, and it needs to be revealed right now. This is weird to say the least, but we're gonna keep playing it.
Yeah, it was nice.
So when you dated a lot.
So okay, so all right. So a quick history on it. Like, I used to date a lot of women that was like a little dominant, you know what I'm saying? So like my first experience, you know what I mean? I had at a young age, I had a girl that was into eating ass, right? Before sucking my dick. I'm like, damn, this is different, right? Once she explained her reasons, I accepted it, right? Then it was a time after
What was
that,
her reason?
She said licking ass for her and her religion is a sign of royalty. So I had to I said,
What
damn.
religion was that?
Hold on, that's what I'm about to say. I listened to this, but I ain't hear that part. You know, that's why you gotta listen to stuff 2, 3, 4, 5 times. There's a religion out here that's saying eat ass is part of royalty. I need to hear what he got to say next.
She was Belizean.
A sign of royalty. Like
if she like how she valued me and worshiped me. She like, if I can't have you whole, then I don't want you at all.
You're like, okay, let me bet.
Hey, when she said that, she was dead ass serious, like no smiling and nothing. I'm like,
no pun intended.
Bet. So then that once that happened, then I started dealing with more women that was into the same type of thing. So I'm like, oh, now I'm getting more comfortable, right? Then I started dating this one girl that had a relationship with she was dating a girl. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't know how to suck dick. She knew how to lick ass. And then she was into like doing little fingers and little anal play stuff like that. So it was like over time.
It was a buildup.
It was a buildup.
And that's where your G spot is.
Absolutely.
And that's when I learned.
Y'all know it ain't nothing that you can't do without having it go into a man's ass that's not as pleasurable. I don't know. I've never been penetrated back there. I never had my bum licked or, fingered or anything like that. So I wouldn't know, but I would imagine there's a lot of other stuff you can do that can give you a certain type of stimulation. That's all you need. We get to the point when it comes to a lot of things, especially sex, we are greedy by nature. A lot of us are like crackheads and fiends. We just trying to chase a high. You're trying to get every time you bust a nut, you want to get a better nut. You want to get a higher nut. So now it gets to the point where you're putting dildos and vibrators and cock rings and sex toys and, multiple partners and same sex partners. Like, y'all are chasing a high when it comes to sex. And that is scary, because how can you trust anyone that's always trying to recreate or go higher than the last nut that they got? How do you know that you're going to be able to give that person that feeling? Like he said, it was a buildup for him to get paid because he enjoyed it, and now his mind starts to wonder what happens next. Like they say, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So you got to make sure that you're strong-willed, especially being a man. And when it comes to sex, like I said, black men would do anything when it comes to sex and to get sex, which is a sad reality.
Right. So once I start getting pleasured in, as like I had one girl, like she'd go dick the balls, you know what I'm saying, and the G spot all in one. So it's getting super crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
That's too much work for me.
That's a lot.
Far as the climax. So, but I'm just saying, some girls will make it harder for the next girl. Like, hey, you ain't finna go nowhere. I'm gonna treat you different. And you like, shit, I ain't going nowhere. Shit, you ain't doing what she finna do to me. Like, you know, because you feel different.
Because you always want to chase that high. You know, this girl's always going to give you this feeling and you don't want to go back. Like women don't want to go back on lifestyle when they leave a dude, and men don't want to go back on sex when they leave a female.
You know what I mean? And I always been guard down when it came to my partners, when it comes to the bedroom. Like, if we're going to have fun, let's have fun. Ain't no rules in the bedroom or something. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
And see, I feel differently now. As a 34-year-old man, I feel totally different. There should definitely be rules in the bedroom. Definitely. There should be lines we do not cross. There should be feminine and masculine energy in this bedroom. There should be things where I can feel like I trust you and you trust me to do to you. And honestly, I feel like the woman is supposed to be, you know, for lack of better terms, the sex doll, the one you experiment on. And she should not be, you know, experimenting too much on you and doing stuff to you, because like I said, being penetrated and being conquered, that's something that a man does to a woman. And that's why he feels like his woman is his woman. He wants nobody else to touch her, defile her, or degrade her. And that's why men go through great lengths to protect the woman that he's in love with, that he cherishes, and that he wants to be with, so much so they're willing to die for these women.
Some guys can be very nervous to do things like that.
Well, I say this. I don't think they that nervous, because if anything, they more nervous about speaking on it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of things that men do that don't speak, and they will not admit it publicly.
You feel me?
Raise his hand.
You feel me? Because I know a lot of, I've heard a lot, and I'm like, talk to other women that been in relationships where they can't be their full self to explore their partner, because they either, you know, they gotta be so masculine to feel like, you know, so guarded and just so tough. It's like, man, you can let your guard down. You can be vulnerable with your woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you want it to be for you.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I don't think you should have your guard down for your woman. I don't think you should be very open to your woman. I think there are certain things that you should and should not tell your woman, because a lot of times women will use what you tell them as ammo. When it comes to sex, like I said, we need to have boundaries, and we need to have rules, and we need to have ways where we can always hold a masculine frame. Women always want to leave men when they find out that they are homosexual, but always doing homosexual things to men. We got women out here saying, he just ate my ass, he want to switch. Now I'm eating his ass. We be eat niggas ass. This is a song by Suki Hunter talking about how she eats man's bum in a song, and you can see her in the club singing this song and have the whole room of women talking about it. I've heard a woman make a joke after she ate a man's bum and saying that he's gay because she let him do it, but she couldn't be with him, but she was continuously having sex with this man, but she always wondered about his sexuality, and she was worried about the risk of her catching an STD, HIV, or AIDS, because you know it runs rampant in the LGBTQ community when it comes to gay men. How do you worry about that and you still having sex with this man, but you're also eating this man's bum? This is weird. This is reality, though. And this is what a lot of people are doing. I did not know so many women out here that like to eat bum like that. I met a woman when I was on a dating site, and she asked me, "Do you like your ass ate or played with?" And I said, "No, ma'am, I have never had that happen." And she told me that if I let her do it, it'd be the best pleasure I've ever felt or ever had. We live in a time where women want to be masculine so bad that they want to conquer a man by any means necessary. And they want to do that in the bedroom. That's why a lot of these women are licking on men's bum as if a man was licking on a woman's cootie pop, penetrating him, sticking fingers in him, and making him have orgasms and have soul ties and bonding with this man in a different way so she can feel like she's in control and she feel like she has the power to run and ruin his life. She's trying to make a stalker out of him. This is weird. This is disgusting. And yes, there should be definitely boundaries. Definite boundaries. A girl told me that I left her house. She was tripping. Man, it's scary the amount of women that I keep hearing that wants to eat a man's asshole. Scary. I don't even know why you would want to do that, but I know why now. I know women want to conquer men. Women are very masculine. Women are very aggressive, and especially with black women. Black women always talking about sex, always making poses about sex. They even capture the poses with sexual innuendos. These are the most sexual creatures, humans there are. The black woman, the black American woman, the most sexual person or deviant there is. The main people that's in paternity court, lying on men, the main people that commit paternity fraud the most. You can look all of this up. She says some exact words: "It's the best pleasure," and all that damn LOL. Yeah, that's what women do. They convince you it's the best pleasure, but like I said, you have to be a weak man to be chasing a high like that when it comes to sex. I'm not trying to chase a high when I, busting it. I'm not like, oh my God, this woman made me come and it shot and hit the ceiling. Like I ain't trying to do all that. I know a lot of women, take pride and pleasure into it, but I just can't see myself like that. And I feel like those people are just like crackheads. They need to go to AAA or AA means, and they need a 12-step program to come over to of their sex addiction, because that's what a lot of these people are. They are sex addicted. They're crazy. They might be mentally ill. And that's why we're going to talk about this person next right here. Right here. Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady. And before we get started, I'm gonna play a video for y'all. I'm gonna play this video for y'all right here.
Psychosexual. I'm only attracted to crazy girls. There's something about mental instability that gets me absolutely bricked up. It's not easy, but I weed out all the rational girls on the first date. What would you do if I slightly deviated from an existing plan?
I would say, hey, sometimes you gotta go with the flow.
Disgusting. Lose my number. It's tough being a psycho lover because women naturally conceal their insanity and then soft launch it after a few months once the relationship's more established. Little do they know, that insanity is actually what I want. What would you do if I came home, say, 20 minutes late?
I would call you 12 times.
What else would you do?
I would go through your phone once you got home.
Don't stop.
I would get blackout drunk and get behind the wheel of my white Jeep Wrangler. And if you really love me, you would make sure I wouldn't crash and die.
Oh my. Us psychosexuals have a saying. If she's fucked in the head, she can fuck in the bed. Psychosexuals, we're here. And in this day and age, we're thriving.
The reason I wanted to play that video is because we have so many different types of sexuals now. Saposexual, psychosexual, pansexual, metrosexual, heterosexual, homosexual, homosapien. I mean that homosexual, heterosexual. I said all that. Like it's about 30 of them, the sexuals, and it's too many to keep up with. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't understand why we need this many sexuals to say if you like men and women. It's either you're straight or you're gay. There ain't no bisexual, ain't no deviating. Say I like men and women. When I grew up, if you like men and women, we just called you gay. Point blank period. You fit in the gay category. Point blank period. It wasn't no we had to make up something. And now we got Wayne Brady coming out and saying that he is pansexual. Pansexual is weird because I never knew what pansexual meant, but I'm going to read to y'all what pansexual means. So pansexual technically means you in love with people no matter the race, gender, or sex or anything like that. You just love who loves you, I guess, or whoever gives you a feel or a vibe. But I'm gonna read the People's article about Wayne Brady. If you're watching the video, make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video. And I don't want to tell you that I love y'all. Wayne Brady comes out as pansexual. I'm doing this for me. Let's make a deal. Host opens up about his long road to self-discovery, how his daughter and ex-wife are showing him acceptance. I love all people equally, and now that includes myself. Deep into Malibu Canyon, up Switchback Road and overlooking a creek is Wayne Brady's house with a view of the Pacific, a creek and not much else. Save for tall gates, it's a fortress of solitude. It's a great place to think, Wayne Brady at 51 says. Now I'm going to ask y'all this. You ain't never, do you think you'll ever find yourself if you still finding yourself at 51 years old? If you're 51 years old and a Wayne Brady that's probably been, famous maybe 20 years, still finding himself when it comes to sex, do you think he would ever find himself? Ever? Now you 51 talking about you pansexual. Next 10 years, you're going to be what? Saposexual. Next 10 years, you're going to be heterosexual. The next 10, you're going to be homosexual. Like, damn, like it takes 51 years for you to find yourself. 51. You don't know what you like by now. You haven't had sex with enough men and women to understand what you like by now. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And he has been doing plenty of that. Brady, known much as far his deaf comic timing as his fully loaded smile, is ready to tell the world how he identifies. I am pansexual, he says, meaning that he is attracted to persons regardless of their sex or gender. Brady puts it another way. Bisexual with an open mind, he says with a chuckle. Oh, now he's bisexual. He was pansexual with the title. Now he's bisexual with an open mind. Wow. Today, the house is bustling with activity. The Let's Make a Deal host's daughter, Maylee, 20, and ex-wife, Mandy Takati, 47, are on hand. Takita, I think I said Takita, was the first person Brady came out to. I just said great, as I knew coming out would help him be happier, she says. Maylee's response to Brady was mostly a shrug. I said, okay, she remembers breaking into a big, proud smile. Also scattered around the house, a camera crew, Brady, Maylee, and Takita, along with Takita's partner, Jason Fordham, are filming a reality series about the blended family set to premiere on Hulu next year. Takita and Fordham welcomed a new baby in 2021, and Brady is considered a co-parent. This makes sense. Y'all got a new show coming out, so he's gonna do what he can to push this show. It's making headlines. It was 6 days old, and I still see people talking about Wayne Brady being pansexual. And this is good publicity for your show. It helps you with your blended family. I want to do him, his ex-wife, and the new man be having sex with each other. Like, I want to really come out during the series like they don't know who baby this is. This would be wild. This would be a great twist for a show, you know. And they just run off with the baby. Yeah, they should just like run off with the baby. Her, Wayne Brady, and his ex-wife's new boo, and they should just take the baby, and she just should be looking for them. And you know, she would never expect Wayne Brady and her new boo to cheat with each other. Like that would be so great. That would be a good. I'm telling y'all, that would be a good script. But I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But it makes sense of why Wayne Brady would come out like this, because why do we need to know what's going on in your bedroom? What is the point? And you got to ask yourself, why are y'all still interviewing people that's 20 years in the game, 20 years plus in the game? I don't want to hear from Wayne Brady. I don't want to hear from Dave Chappelle. I don't want to hear from a Kevin Hart. I don't want to hear from anybody that y'all have been interviewing for the last 15 years plus. What else are they going to tell us? It's kind of like when a rapper gets to a point when y'all can hear in his music or their music that they're not hungry anymore. They said all they've had to say in the last 3 albums. Their first 3 albums is all they got. And now they're just making this bubblegum, repetitive music to stay on the charts and to stay making money and to be able to still tour. You have nothing else to tell us. So why are you even interviewing Wayne Brady? Because you got a TV show coming out. Because you got to put it in our face about sexuality. Because these the people that got their hand up your ass and controlling you like you're a puppet. This is what's really going on in today's society, and it gets scarier and scarier. And I tell y'all this all the time. You have to watch yourself when it comes to the stuff that you expose your household to, yourself, your spouse, your girlfriend, your children, your nieces and nephews, your aunties and uncles. You have to be careful when you turn on that TV, that tablet, open up these cell phones, because you never know what you will be exposed to. You don't know how these spirits come through the phone and latch on you and leech on you, take your energy and drain you, because we all know after being on the cell phone or a computer and staring at them too long, you feel drained and tired and your eyes be burning and you don't know why you feel this way. Then you have dreams the next day. You're like, well, I don't know why I had this dream, because you've been programmed to have that dream. Like I said, you have to be careful when it comes to all of these things that's going on. Wayne Brady, it is no reason for them to be interviewing a Wayne Brady 20 years later like he had something to reveal to us. Y'all really could have just wrote a story about what's going to happen on the show. Y'all could have gave us a trailer. Y'all could have gave us a little snippet, a little small little article. Y'all didn't have to interview Wayne Brady to tell us that he was pansexual, or what he said in the article, bisexual with an open mind. At this point now, we got to ask ourselves, why are we listening to people they're interviewing that's been around 20 plus years in the game? Why am I listening to a Wayne Brady interview and he's had hundreds of interviews? Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Danny Glover, like who anybody you could name that's been around 20, Samuel L. Jackson, if Michael Jackson was still alive, if Janet Jackson, Jermaine Dupri, Noriega, Joe Budden, anybody that's been around 20 plus years, why are we interviewing these people and why do we care what they have to say? And what new information are they going to give us? What new information could they possibly give us at this point? What's new? What's exhilarating? What's going to be like, oh my God, I never thought about that. What's going to, turn your brain on and make you think? Like, nothing is going to give you that from these people. Like you said, like you got your Charlemagne, you got your DJ Envy's, you got your Angela Yee's. Why are y'all interviewing these people? The list goes on, and they keep interviewing the same people. I wonder why. Is that because these people are safe? Is that because these people are going to say what they're paid to say? Is that because these people are trained to speak a certain type of way? They have certain cadences, certain rhythms, certain frequencies, certain vibrations that can latch onto you? Is they telling you, hey, this is what you got to do to be a Wayne Brady? You have to come out as pansexual. You have to come out as a bisexual with an open mind to be where I'm at, to be overlooking this, what they say, the Pacific Ocean with woods and a big gate. That's what it said in the article. Why y'all telling us about where Wayne Brady stays at, how big his house is, and how he overlooks the Pacific? Are you telling me I need to identify as pansexual, bisexual with the open mind to get where Wayne Brady's at? To be on TV, to have a show that's coming out next year? All of this stuff is scary, and it's not by coincidence. This is by design. It's not by coincidence. It's by design. So the next person we're going to talk about is Will I Am. So Will I Am says he has no shame in being ultra feminine. I think it's a superpower. I'm gonna read what people had to say about Will I Am. He said, "I'm strong with my femininity." The Black Eyed Peas frontman said in a recent episode of The Diary of a CEO. As a result of a lot of people would ask the Pump It musician if he was gay growing up. I remember in the 90s, we didn't have the support of the LGBT community. We lived like we do now. He recalled, so growing up in the 90s, people were like, "Are you gay?" A lot of people would question if I was gay because I was feminine. I'm still feminine, noted Will I Am. I sit where I sit. I act the way I act. My mannerisms are my mom's. He continued, I'm strong with femininity. I think it's a superpower when you know who you are, when you when you love who you are, how you vibe. That's what it's about. I like girls musician, the musician added. I was never attracted to men. I'm attracted to females, but I'm feminine. This is Will I Am. Dang, I ain't playing my video. This video I wanted to play by Lenara Negro.
All right, I'm sorry. I have to put my 2 cents in it. I saw you in Miami's interview with Trina talking about golden showers. Shout outs to all my bitches that love their golden showers. I personally love my I am team golden showers. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You can't do that with everybody though. It has to be somebody that you really fuck with, like somebody that you really are into, somebody that you really like. But I don't mind getting a little pee on me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll take a little slant on you, know what I'm saying? Don't judge me. And if you do, I don't give a fuck. Because that's not going to stop me from having my golden showers. But if, and like I said, that doesn't go for everybody. You really have to fuck with that person. But I don't mind, getting a little peed on. It's a little sexy. Give me some of that.
This is why I said we need to bring back shame. Why are you telling us you like to get peed on? And is getting peed on masculine or feminine? It got to be one or the other. Is getting peed on masculine or feminine? Because the problem that you run into is either you have one or two things. You have a overly aggressive mother like this. Let me show y'all.
Ooh, but you almost just gave it up through the phone. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Shut the fuck up, boy. Shut the fuck up! Nigga! Nigga! Go! Let's go! Let's motherfucker go!
Or you'll have a mother that raised you extra soft and feminine like this. Either way, women never have balance when it comes to raising boys by themselves. And I say this all the time, being married or being with the person that you had children with, men and women are checks and balances to children. We make children even tempered. If I'm too hard on my boys, if I'm too hard on my boys, my wife will say, "Hey." Jazz said she'd drink a whole tube of bleach if her son did that. But like I said, being in a relationship, men and women are checks and balances. If I'm too hard on my sons, my wife said, "Hey, baby, you're a little too hard on your boys right now." Or if my wife is babying my sons too much, I say, "Hey, baby, you're babying them too much. Those are boys. They got to grow up and understand ain't nobody coming to save them." Being in a relationship and being in a household with a man and a woman who had the children, raising them up in a way they should go, that they never should depart from it, is very important. Because, like I said, we're checks and balances, and women don't have balance. And let me tell you why they don't have balance. How many of y'all have been in a household with a woman, and it's that time of the month when she's on her cycle, or before her cycle when she's PMSing? She's having the hot flashes, and she's moody, and she's cranky, and she's mad. She got to stick some up her vagina to stop it from bleeding. Just think about this. You got a person that bleeds every month, and they're not dying. Like, you just bleed just to bleed. Like, that's how the creator made you. Just think about that. You ain't got to sit in that. You bleed every month. Your emotions are out of whack. Your hormones are out of whack. The way that you think is out of whack. Your brain shrinks or swells when you're on when it's that type of month. Your face breaks out. You eat foods that you don't normally eat. Like, it's crazy how you as a man have to deal with that. Now think about this, about housing a woman who is who's having a cycle. Let's say you have a woman who's menstruates 7 days for the longest. The 7 days. Do you know that's 3 months out of a year you have to deal with her menstruating? If you do the math, 3 months. So you're not going to have sex for 3 months for sure while she's menstruating. I've been telling people this, and I tell people this all the time. I would not advise anybody to get married. Marriage fails at 56% rate right now. Then you got probably another 20% of people who are divorced but still married. You probably got another 20% of people on top of that 56% of people who've actually went through divorce who are married and divorced, or divorced and married, however you want to put it. But they just stand together because of finances. Neither one of them want to really move out. They got kids they want to take care of or keep an image. They're pillars of the community. Y'all think Bill and Hillary Clinton are still fucking each other? We know Hillary Clinton gay as hell. We know Bill like to get his dick sucked in the White House. You know Hillary too old to be doing stuff like that. It's Bill Clinton. Yeah, if y'all remember Bill Clinton, y'all remember they used to say, I don't know what the term was back in the 90s, but they used to say Bill Clinton was a white man with swag. And then y'all know how dumb niggas is. As soon as Bill Clinton get his dick sucked, oh yeah, I knew Bill Clinton was black because a black man gonna get his dick sucked in the White House. I'm like, are you serious? That's all it takes to be black, is to get your dick sucked in the White House. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when Bill Clinton got his dick sucked and niggas was like, I knew Bill Clinton was black because that's what a black man would do. He would definitely get his dick sucked in the White House. And I'm listening to these old niggas like, what? Like, really? This is really what's going on right now. It's really what's going on. Like, it's so easy. So easy to manipulate black people to do anything you want them to do and your bidding. We got will.i.am talking about his mother taught him how to be super feminine, and it's his super fucking power. Super power. A black man A black man, and he still tells you he likes women. So when you say you like women and you're feminine, are you a man that has to date a masculine woman that can peg you just like FOR? That's what I gotta ask. Are you getting pegged in the bedroom too? Because, like I said, I used to think growing up there was nothing gay that can be happen between a man and a woman. But now that I'm older and I know that pegging is a thing, that is definitely gay activity, even if a woman is doing it to you, because you're using a penis-shaped object or something that looks like a penis to penetrate your body. Like I tell y'all didn't seen all of the studies and statistics of what happened to young boys and girls who are raised by women and women alone. It is not a pretty picture. It's not a pretty sight. Very scary and detrimental to our community, especially Black community. We still have women running around here telling us that they don't need a man. They don't want a man until they get to Raji P. Henson's age. And then say stuff like on the BET Awards, black men, come back to us. We need you. We love you. Yeah, you old now, shawty. Now we got Vivica A. Fox talking about she wanna. Oh well, Ben and J-Lo got back together. I'm pretty sure me and 50 can get back together. Nigga, what? Have you seen you, Vivica? You are not the Vivica that 50 Cent was dating back in the day. I don't care how much they cut all that skin off your neck, that turkey meat still hanging. Your face looks swole. You actually look like Trick Daddy, and Trick Daddy got lupus, so you might have lupus too. But yeah, you're not the same. You're not the same Vivica Fox. I hate to break it to you. I'm glad you woke up and saw the light. The light to what, Jazz? What you talking about? But like I said, it's sad that we have so many of Black women raising these boys like this. Now they feminine. Now they sashaying across the room. And I tell y'all, Black women are the most homophobic people there are. Well, when it came to pegging, Jazz, I always thought pegging was gay. But most people don't even, when they talk about between man and woman, I never think that people are always going to pegging. I never think people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a dildo on and fuck the shit out this nigga. Like, I never think people think that. I think people are typically, just talking about like maybe licking a booty hole, and that still to me is the jury's still out. I don't know. I never had that happen to me, but I've heard guys say it happened. But I feel like the penetration part of it is the part that's gay. If you use a dildo, if you use a finger, if she penetrates you at any time, that's gay. What y'all think? Do y'all think if a man gets penetrated, y'all let me know in the comment section. If a man gets penetrated, is that gay? Even if it is by a woman, is that gay? Because this is what I say. I used to think that, like I said, growing up as a PK, all I used to hear was, people talk about sucking dick, and sucking dick was horrible back in the day. That was the worst thing you could do. And I still remember old Black men sitting around talking about how they used to have to go mess with the white women because Black women weren't sucking dick like white hoes were sucking dick. I remember clear as day, 5 or 6 old men talking about, oh yeah, I got this white bitch cross the tracks. She could suck the skin off that dick, or she'll or that nigga say, she could suck a golf ball through a straw, or garden hose or something like that. It's just they always used to say wild stuff about how the white women they used to mess with. And like I told you, Black men will have sex with anything. They'll do anything just to get laid. They have no standards. They have no regard for their bodies. They have no regard for how it will make them feel later on. They just live in the moment. They care about busting a nut more than anything. Because black men are weak. When it gets to a point where black men understand that masculinity is under attack and they come together and truly fight back, where it's a point in time where there's no camaraderie for a guy who backslides and deals with the women that we say are unfit to be dealt with. Those are the guys we would have to leave out to dry. You can't go with us. This is a road that's less traveled. When we get to our destination, you will be ostracized by this community. It's critical mass in our community right now. Our community, the black community, is fucked up. The black men are easily persuaded by sex, and black women know it. Like I tell y'all, why do you think women who have OnlyFans pages, just think about this. Y'all think about this real quick. You have women who go on Fresh and Fit. Listen to me. Y'all have women who go on Fresh and Fit. And in the comment section, you have men dogging these women out all through the comment section saying, oh, she ain't shit, she ain't this, she a bimbo, she dumb, she stupid, and all of this. Why do you think so many women still come on Fresh and Fit to get dogged out by the men? Because by the end of that show, they didn't got 10,000 new followers on their OnlyFans. That's why women can say, I don't need a man. Fuck these niggas, X, Y, and Z, because they know men are weak and they still gonna follow them no matter what they say. Because men are weak and they care about sex. And I'm pretty sure 75% of those men that go and follow those women after they say all that stuff in the comment section are black men. I'm willing to bet it. I'm willing to bet it. You can watch Fresh and Fit. Even Myron has talked about this, how y'all are going there, y'all are dog the women out, but then he'll go on a page or they OnlyFans, and after the show, they got 10,000 new followers. I keep telling y'all, all you got to do for black men is slap a wig on a dog and some lipstick, and they'll fuck the dog. Y'all think it's a coincidence all these black men out here getting caught with these trannies? What about the Dwight Howard? This nigga done got caught 3 or 4 times messing with a transgender. Now he got text messages asking a man, hey, let me see your dick, but I ain't gay. What? Nigga, what? I'm just a wild boy. Come on, dog. Like this can't be life. Dwayne Wade, Ryan Hill prancing his son around like like this is really a bad bitch he just created. Like, I am a boy, Damon. Bring back shame. I'm gonna say this again. Bring back shame. At this point, D. Howard needs immense therapy. I agree. I think I'm gonna say this. I think some things therapy will not heal. Some people like what they like. I don't think therapy is going to heal you liking to penetrate other men or men penetrating you. And he's also prancing himself. When I seen that nigga had them dreads or them braids with that blonde or red in his hair, I already knew Dwight Howard was trying to give us a signal. That was the Dwight Howard's bat signal. That was equivalent to that nigga throwing his hat in the air on that boat dock. That's the Dwight Howard letting us know, hey nigga, I'm fruity as a motherfucker, but I can't really just say it, but I'm gonna just color my hand, let y'all know. I just don't think it's natural. I don't think it's natural either, but I don't think you can. I think it goes back to like when people have mental retardations. Some mental retardations cannot be healed through therapy or certain psychosis or certain, torture treatments like electrotherapy that they try to do. Like certain things would just be. It is what it is. Therapy will not heal it or make it better. Talking to someone, if you're like that, you just like that. Just like when people who are pedophiles, the best way to cure a pedophile is to castrate it. And even still, after they've been castrated, you still have to worry about if that person will find a mop stick and stick up somebody, a broomstick to stick up somebody, a dildo to stick up somebody. Even if you castrate this person, because these people have an affinity for certain people and certain types of sex and certain age groups and certain people, like that's what they like. And I don't care how much you try to talk to these people, how many couches they sit on, like I said, how many couches they couch surf on, you're not going to change what they like. They know they like it. It's been ingrained in their brain. Therapy is only good for so much. Yeah, we got to remember this world isn't perfect. There's evil that infests people's minds. Correct. I agree. I definitely agree. Like I said, it's some of this stuff that's going on, it won't be no coming back from. And you know what happens, and this is the sad part about what we see in society. They trick people to do certain things, I think, for two reasons. For public shame, to say, let's say you're a guy and you think because of somebody, let's say Wayne Brady say he comes out pansexual, and you like, I think I'm attracted to boys, and since Wayne Brady came out, maybe I should give it a try. You give it a try and you don't like it. Let's say you go on years and years and years, you got a family and kids, and now all of a sudden the guy that you tried it with comes out and shows your sex tape or shows the text messages that you've had from that time. You can't unlive that. You can't live that shame down, but you got bamboozled and tricked and think, oh, you know what? I can have sex with a guy and it's going to be cool. That's what I don't like about what's going on in our society is a lot of people are tricked and bamboozled and easily manipulated to go and do, these wild and outlandish things when it comes to sex. And we're so carnal as people that sex is so easily obtainable and something that gives us so much pleasure in a short amount of time. That's why they always go for sexual stuff, sexual innuendos, sexual marketing. Like they say, they got a whole slogan: sex sells. The best way to sell something is through sex. The best way to sell stuff is through sex. People just like to fuck. Ain't no better feeling than busting a nut at times. I'm gonna be first to tell y'all. I like busting a nut just like any other man, any other person. And you know what's crazy about sex? I thought the whole point of having sex was to have an orgasm. That's something new I learned, that some women have sex just to be having sex. A lot of women talk about how, like, I've read an article talking about like what 90% of women don't even have orgasms. The bitch, what you fucking for? If you're not able to have an orgasm, what are you having sex for? What did you come here for? Like, I'm confused on what you came here for. You just like my company? Because I don't like your company like that. Because the only time I really want to call you is when we having sex. Like, why are you here? Like, now I need to know, because you telling your homegirls I don't make you come, I don't hit the spot, or you came harder with Ray down the street, but Ray down the street, you don't want to deal with him because he just got out of prison, so you still wondering if he dealing with niggas on the side. So what's really going on? Why are you having sex? And like I said, women, I love when I meet a woman. If I was single and I meet a woman and she tells me she can have sex like a man, I love those women, because we're going to put that to the test. Because as soon as I start hitting the bottom of that, hitting that button in that cootie pot, now I done unlocked the crazy. Now you asking me, shit, we laying in the bed. You want a pillow talk. What are we? And I got to tell you, baby, we just fucking. And now your ego bruised. Your ego is bruised because you feel like your cootie pop good enough to make me move the way you want me to move. Acquiesce to what you think I should do. No, it don't work like that. I'm a seasoned vet in the game. And see, that's what women do. They get with men that don't think. They think they are more seasoned than, or smarter than, or have been out there in the game longer than them, or they feel like they're a veteran than them. And then here come a nigga that, hey, that's Kobe. But Kobe riding the benches first year. And then you find out Kobe gonna win 5 rings at the end of his career. This is what happens. If you want to play, what is that? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And a lot of women are winning stupid prizes right now. You gotta think, I told y'all, black women are the most sexual people. If they don't have a consumer for all of this degenerate music that black women are putting out, then why would they put it out? Suki Hunter, Sexy Red, Summer Walker, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Trina, Little Kim. Just think about that. If they don't have a consumer for the degenerate music that they're putting out, why are they putting it out? Because it would make no sense for you to put that type of music out if no one is going to buy it, no one's going to support it, no one's going to listen to it, no one's going to stream it. That makes no sense. So obviously there is a big consumer base for whore music, whore culture. And we can't even talk about stuff like this in our community because you're lame, you're square, I'm a woman, hear me roar, feminism movement, you gay, you sassy, you must hate your mama. See, I grew up with 2 parents, so I didn't see my mama having niggas in and out the house, the door swinging like Gucci Man. Just think about this. How many dudes y'all know out here raised by a single mother that got his hand out and begging like his mama did? He seen his mama begging, so now he begging. Now he found out that his Uncle Charles ain't really his Uncle Charles. That his mama little fuck boy, sex toy. She out here just having sex like everybody else. Now you seeing this nigga come in, that nigga come in, and your mama steadily begging. Why you think these men come in here? Why you think these men raised by single mothers hate men? Because they mama hate men, because so many men come in and use them as sex dolls and just throw them to the side. So many men come in here and use these women as sex dolls. And a lot of these boys are getting to see what these men do to these women. And then they grow up and say, I'm never going to treat women like men treated my mother. And now I got to be Captain Save-A-Hoe only to get in relationships and treat the women you date like the men that your mother brought around you. Because that's what you seen. That's your dynamic of how you seen men and women interact with each other. Your mama coming out the room with a black eye, but she get paid a light bill today. Or you going to stay with your grandma and you wonder why when you come home there's a bunch of condoms in the trash can. Like, damn, mama, this the motherfucking trap house and pussy for sale. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Certain circumstances, I don't knock people for having to do what they got to do in certain circumstances. But it gets to a point when it's 3, 4, 5, 6 times over when you see a woman, okay, you got 1 kid, you learned your lesson. Cool. But when you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 babies, 7, 8, 9, 10 different baby daddies going in and out of child support court, paternity fraud, and we have to do all of this other stuff to figure out ways and tax dollars to figure out who your baby daddy is. This is ridiculous. This is what's going on in our community. Black women, think about this. Black women are the women with the most multiple baby fathers, or have children by multiple men. You can look this up. Black women have more baby fathers than any other woman in America, probably in the world. It's a sad reality, and we've reached critical mass in our community. And I ain't saying all. I'm not saying all, but there's a lot of things that need to be changed in our community, and it needs some help. It needs some resurrection. It needs some purging, and it needs a lot of love and care to get this back on track. It needs a lot of everything to get this back on track. I talk to my friends daily, and they say it's over for us as Black people. I know so many people say, oh, it's over for Black people. It ain't no coming back. It's over for Black people. It ain't no coming back. And that's a sad, sad reality. And one of my friends said, there should be a war between Black people and niggas. If you ain't acting like X, Y, and Z, you can't represent us. We're separating ourselves from us. And this is why I say Black people, when it comes to classism, I don't like Black people that don't believe in classism, because yes, that's a thing. There are people who are of lower class than you that thinks differently than you, and not necessarily based on money. Just what is your moral compass? How do you think? How do you feel about rearing your children? How do you feel about the community rearing your children? How do you feel about school and education? How do you feel about them reading and making sure that they stay out of trouble? How can your child be reprimanded in the community by the community? Because one thing I've noticed on social media the last few years, and it's been ever prevalent, that y'all will say it takes a community. This is Black women. It takes a community. But as soon as your child act up in the community, say something about your child, now you have an issue. Soon as the community says something about your child, now you have an issue. Now it's fuck the community. Have we not seen that a month ago? Carly Russell. Y'all call on the community, and then as soon as the community asks questions, it's fuck the community. This is weird. How can we have a community based off of this? Black men buy anything, and Black women easy to sell it. Sad reality. Sad where we're going. Masculinity seems to wear a dress now, and it's going on and on and on. I want to think that there's hope for us, and there's going to be a change. I'm raising two young, productive boys right now, and I see the way that they're going. They have their mother and their father, and we're both very, very involved in their life, their upbringing, rearing them, discipline, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and how they act out here in society. We will not, I repeat, we will not put out a bad product in society. And I want to say, I hope y'all do the same. It's the New Normal Podcast. If y'all are watching, please make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and get the word out that this is the best show on earth. Peace.